Hi, Hari. So I'm giving you a video here that helps to explain how we can use the notes that I talked to you about today. So I opened up a lesson. The lesson is called Taxation Accuracy and Social Choices. And clearly I can play this lesson and I can also enlarge the screen. You know how that works. However, what we're talking about is notes, and we want it to make it easy for users to take notes. So imagine that there's a button here, or maybe something right underneath take notes. I'm not sure where the button should go, but let's assume it's right here, notes. Somebody clicks the take notes button and a layer will appear. A layer will encompass the entire screen, so like this would be, so that you see in a much bigger format. Now, I did this in Word. It's a hack. It just gives you an idea of what I want, right? So a layer would open with the video in a much bigger screen, so that it's easier to view. And then there'd be a section where the user can actually type in his notes, and he can take his notes, and then when the video is done, or when he's done taking his notes, he can save it and close it, and then it would go back to his have his notes saved. It's very simple. I want a link that says take notes. User clicks that link, opens up a layer that allows him to take notes or add to notes that already exist for that particular lesson. Once he does that, he can save it and he can close it. If he does close it, he will go back to the main page. Basically, all we're doing is we're resizing this, and I want it to fit actually the majority of the page. I mean, if we can get it to close to that as we can with some area down here where we can take notes, that would be fantastic, right? I want it to be as large as possible so that it's easy to see, and then users can take notes on this as well. Now, I'm not sure the best way of going about this. You want notes to be taken. I want them to happen with a large screen format. If you know of a better way, please suggest it and please implement it. Right? There's some way we can get a little note screen pop up right here where I can type in my notes while I listen. That'd be fantastic. I just don't know if that's possible or not. So my idea is instead to have a link that opens a layer that we can type in, where that layer is having the video in a larger format than what would be on this page, of course, right? Something easier for users to see, and also capable of taking notes, of course. So anyway, that gives you an idea of kind of what I have in mind for this notes. Also, we clearly will be using functionality, and we're going to be making layout changes and all that sort of stuff, but the functionality of this notes will also be for users to review his notes. So we're going to want him to be able to come back and find his notes and review his notes. And eventually, we don't do this in this step, but eventually we also want the user to be able to share his notes or make his notes public. And if he makes his notes public, he can then put his notes on the lesson, right? And the lessons could have notes from user XYZ, notes from user Hari, notes from user Tom Key about this particular lesson. If we take the lesson, we take notes on the lesson, and we save our notes. Users that see the lesson, new users that see the lesson, could also review public notes on the lesson. It all becomes interactive. It all becomes cool. But I really like the notes feature, and I think we should add it as soon as possible.